Hey guys, aadityaa here again with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my photographs on Instagram. Now a lot of you may know, or a lot of you may not know, that outside of YouTube I go to the Rhode Island School of Design. I actually go here for industrial design, but it is an art school, and one of the other art and or design related fields that I'm involved with is photography. I am a photographer. That's how I make my money to do stuff, and it's one of the things that I enjoy quite a bit. Which is why I fell in love with Instagram when it first came out back in, I forget what year, but I've been using Instagram forever. I've had multiple accounts, including this one, which is techgeekhd, which is my current Instagram account that I use, and this is where you guys can go follow me if you would like. Now, a lot of the photographs that I take are granted with my camera, with my DSLR, but you can take some excellent photographs on your phone. Now, these are just some samples of photographs that I've taken on my phone. And I actually think that they've come out pretty well. A lot of people seem to like them. This is probably not the best way for me to show you guys. You could just go and check them out on my Instagram. It's just techgeekhd. It's the same as my YouTube channel, and it's linked down below. But with a lot of photographs that I take them on my iPhone, and I edit them on my iPhone and not on Lightroom or something on my computer, and upload them to Instagram. So today I'm going to be showing you guys, and I'm not going to be showing you guys how to take the photographs today. That may be in a separate video if you guys would like that, on how to frame, lighting, and things like that. This is just the best way to edit your photos for Instagram, to get one of those looks that people really like to achieve, kind of like a grungy, dark, but also a nice amount of contrast, color. There's just a bunch of different looks you can go for. This is one that I like, and it's pretty popular on Instagram. So today I'm just going to show you guys how to edit these photographs and get them ready to get a ton of likes on Instagram. Anyway, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get straight on into the video. Alright guys, so this is the kind of look that we're going for. As I mentioned before, it's this like desaturated, kind of cool hue sort of thing today, but there's of course a lot of different looks that you guys can achieve just doing or just using pretty much this very simple method. So it all starts out with taking the right photograph, and if you guys again would like something, if you would like some sort of information or a YouTube video or a tutorial of some sort detailing how to take these photographs, let me know. I have one here that I took. Alright, let's actually just pick out a photograph that we can edit. This is rolling from a car. A lot of these have already been worked on, but let's say for the purpose of this video I use this photograph right here. So the primary application that I use to edit my photographs is right here, ViscoCam. This is a free application available inside of the App Store. It is a very powerful editor. I really enjoy this. You can always go back and work on these photographs, and I think that this is definitely one of those applications that is a must-have for any mobile photo editor. So I'm just going to open up ViscoCam here, nice little opening screen, and this is where a lot of the Instagram photos that I take are saved. You know what? We're actually going to use this photograph right here. This is a popular one. I took this from one of my classrooms the other day. I thought that it looked kind of cool. It was an interesting, kind of industrial looking photograph. So to achieve the kind of look that we're going for, it's always important that you frame the shot right, because that definitely adds to the aesthetic of the photograph. But once you've opened it up inside of ViscoCam, and to open up a photograph, all you do is hit the little plus button at the top and it brings up your camera gallery. You double tap on the image to open it up, and you hit this little button with the sliders to be able to open up this area with filters. Now, I'm not generally the kind of person who likes to use filters, but for the purpose of this video and for the purpose of the look that we're trying to achieve, I think the best filter to use is HB2, because it really grunges up this photograph in a way. It has like a nice cool hue to it, and then besides for that, it also messes with the contrast a little bit, and of course depending on the photograph you can apply a different intensity of this filter. These are all in 20% increments. I'm gonna keep it up to the plus 12, but another thing that I like to do after I'm done with this is hit the little check mark. Hit this little button right here, and where there's this little spanner thing right to the right of the paintbrush, you tap that and it brings up the actual editing tools. Now for a photograph like this, I'm gonna drop the exposure by 1 because it's already fairly highly exposed. I'm gonna bring the contrast up a little bit. I think 1 is good because if you raise the contrast too much, it really destroys the actual detail in the photograph. If you guys need to straighten it all, this does a very good job of auto straightening, and at the moment I don't really need to straighten it. I think I like the way it came out. It aligns perfectly with this vertical right here. Of course you can do other adjustments, but there's this setting right here, which is clarity. I like to always raise that up by 1. There's no particular reason, but I think that it's going to help with the structure of your photograph. There's sharpness, which if you think you require sharpening, then you can definitely use it. I don't think that this photograph will benefit at all from it, so I'm not going to do anything. And there's a saturation tool here. I always like to drop the saturation by 1 for that kind of washed out look, which I think is nice. And highlight save is nice if you want to bring back some of the details from the clouds or from the sky. I'm just going to drop the brightness a little bit to show you guys. When I bring that all the way up, you can kind of see the clouds come back into the photograph. It's not very powerful in this photo right here because of the time of day that I took the photo, and always taking the photo is the first step of the actual process to actually creating a nice photograph that you can use for Instagram. With shadow save is the same thing, but it brings back the details from the shadows, as you guys can see there. Again, I don't really want to do that for this photograph, so I'm just going to leave that alone. When we come to temperature, I like to drop it down by 1 because I enjoy the cool hue recently in these photos. That's just the kind of look I enjoy. A lot of people don't love vignettes, but I think that sometimes a nice little vignette around the edges can look pretty nice. And if you guys want to add some grain, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to do that by just 1 to add a little bit of like believable grain, not so much that people know that it's just been applied. And of course, a fade is very popular these days. It's pretty much just a layer of gray on top. That's a little too much. 7 is nice, but I think that it's pretty overdone at this point. I'm just going to try to focus here. There we go. I think a 2... Maybe for this photograph I'm going to go with a 1, but a 2 is a safe spot to be in. And of course you can adjust the shadows. I would like the shadows to be blue, but that's very blue, so I'm just going to make them about 1. And that's created this photograph right here. I think I'm pretty much done. I think the highlights can stay the same. And that's about it for this photograph. So what I'm going to do now is tap this, hit the little check mark when it's ready, and here's the photograph. And if I want to save this to my camera roll, and I often like to save it to the camera roll instead of just hitting share. A lot of people hit share and go straight to Instagram, but I like to save the full resolution photo to my camera roll. Here's the actual size, who cares what size it is, but that is the size of the photograph. It takes a little while to save because it is a high resolution version of the photo. And there you go. Now when you open up your photo gallery, here is the photograph. It's your most recent photograph, and that is that. I think that this is actually a pretty nice looking picture. I think it's going to do pretty well on Instagram. It has a lot of lines in these elements, and I think the colors work really well for a popular architectural photograph. And that's how it's done. That's how I edit my photographs, and that's how a lot of popular folks on Instagram edit their pictures, and they end up getting pretty popular. And just from an artistic point of view, I think that these are definitely respectable. So anyway guys, that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave it a like rating by hitting the little thumbs up button in the bottom left hand corner of this video, or it's actually on the bottom right now. And also if you guys would like to see more videos, tutorials, and things like this, remember to hit the little red subscribe button down there. Our kids aren't ever going to know what the yellow subscribe button was. Either way, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.